Have you ever wondered why the ultra-rich keep getting richer, even when the market turns ugly? What if I told you it's not luck, and it's not just more capital? It's AI, quiet, relentless, and built to scale advantage. Today I'm revealing how billionaires are using AI to multiply their wealth, in ways you've probably never heard explained this plainly. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact levers they pull, from automated deal scouting to AI-run family offices, and a little secret method they use to make risk behave more like an ally than an enemy. Stick around because halfway through I'll share a surprising AI trick that lets billionaires test business ideas faster than any incubator. And yes, it's something creators and small founders can copy. That reveal alone could change how you approach your next investment. So, if you want to know how modern capital is getting smarter, not just bigger, press like, subscribe if you haven't, and let's dive in. Point 1. Algorithmic deal sourcing. Billionaires don't rely on chance meetings or glossy pitch decks. They build algorithmic deal sourcing engines. These systems scan millions of data points, regulatory filings, social sentiment, alternative data sets like satellite imagery or supply chain, telemetry, and flag opportunities that match a billionaire's investment thesis. The result? Deals that would take traditional teams weeks or months to find appear in minutes. But the power isn't just speed. AI can score deals using multi-layered risk-return models, highlight structural red flags, and even suggest negotiation levers based on historical outcomes. That means when a billionaire makes an offer, it's not guesswork. It's a decision supported by a small army of models. Later, I'll show how the same pipeline tests a deal idea in simulated markets before any money leaves the bank. Point 2. AI-driven capital allocation. Once a deal is identified, the next move is where to put the money. Billionaires increasingly use AI for dynamic capital allocation, models that continuously rebalance holdings across asset classes based on real-time risk signals, macro trends, and scenario simulations. Think of it as an adaptive treasury for vast fortunes. These models run thousands of hypothetical market shocks every day and adjust exposure automatically. They don't always chase short-term gain. Instead, they optimize for long-term compounding and drawdown control. The goal? Preserve optionality while keeping upside exposed. I'll explain a specific drawdown control algorithm used by major funds that's now being privatized for family offices, and why that matters for survivorship of wealth. Point 3. AI in industrial and operational value add. Billionaires don't just invest, they operationalize. In their industrial businesses, AI improves margins through predictive maintenance, energy optimization, and supply chain forecasting. For example, an AI model predicting a critical machine failure can save millions in downtime. Multiply that across factories or logistics networks, and AI becomes a direct multiplier of cash flow. This method is different from trading models. It's real operational leverage. AI converts fixed costs into avoidable losses and squeezes incremental margin from complex systems. That increased free cash flow is then redeployed into new bets, compounding the effect. Wait until you hear about a case where AI reduced operational risk so much that a passive investor converted a risky asset into a near bond-like cash flow. Point 4. Synthetic data and rapid experimentation. One hidden edge: synthetic data. Billionaires use AI to simulate customer behavior, market conditions, and product performance, creating realistic datasets when real data is scarce or proprietary. That allows rapid A/B testing, stress testing business models, and training ML systems without compromising privacy. Imagine launching a fintech product and testing user flows against thousands of simulated users from different demographics before writing a line of production code. That reduces time to market and greatly lowers early-stage failure rates. For wealthy backers, this means fewer zeros lost on bad launches. I'll show how a billionaire-backed startup used synthetic users to iterate 10 times faster and ended up pivoting into a multi-million-dollar vertical. Point 5. AI-enhanced talent and hiring. Hiring is another battleground. Billionaires deploy AI to improve hiring accuracy, from resume parsing to simulation-based assessment. But they go further. AI helps design ideal team composition, predicts which hires will scale in senior role, and identifies hidden skills gaps. This isn't about replacing humans, it's about supercharging human judgment so leadership teams hire people who will actually move the needle. For organizations at scale, this compounds better hires, better execution, faster growth. Later, I'll reveal how one family office uses AI to predict cultural fit with uncanny accuracy, and how that cut their executive turnover in half. Point 6. Tax, compliance, and regulatory optimization. Here's a quiet multiplier: AI for tax strategy and compliance. Billionaires use models that continuously map their global asset structures against changing tax codes, treaties, and regulations. These systems surface optimization opportunities and automate compliance reporting, reducing costly audits and ensuring structures are nimble. AI here isn't magic loopholes. It's precision, timing, jurisdictional arbitrage, and automated scenario planning that collectively save and preserve billions over time. I'll unpack a practical, legal-friendly structure used to optimize cross-border royalties and IP, something accessible to mid-size entrepreneurs, too. Point 7. Algorithmic philanthropy and reputation management. Billionaires increasingly use AI to amplify the impact and visibility of their philanthropy. That looks like AI that finds high ROI social programs, measures real-world outcomes continuously, and optimizes grant sizes in near real time. Separately, reputation models monitor sentiment and recommend response strategies, an essential asset when reputation is tied to deal flow. Why does this matter for wealth? Impact creates access, better partnerships, privileged information, and goodwill that opens exclusive opportunities. In short, philanthropy becomes a strategic asset, not a vanity ledger entry. I'll share an example where AI-optimized giving led to an exclusive investment pipeline no one else had. Point 8. Human plus AI decision culture. Finally, the real edge isn't the models, it's the culture. Billionaires build teams where AI augments decision-makers, not replaces them. They institutionalize feedback loops. Humans challenge models. Models propose hypotheses. Teams experiment and update governance. This human plus AI loop creates persistent learning across investments and operations. Over time, it compounds. The firm becomes smarter than any single algorithm or leader. That resilient intelligence produces better choices, faster. Up next, the one replicable trick I promised: how to use a scaled-down version of billionaire AI workflows to test and de-risk your next business or investment in days. Bonus: replicable trick. Mini AI pipeline you can copy. Here's the practical part. A lightweight AI pipeline billionaires use, scaled down for entrepreneurs. Idea encoding. Translate your business idea into measurable hypotheses, e.g., conversion rate, CAC, retention, synthetic testing. Generate a small synthetic data set that mimics your target users. Run simulated funnels to identify obvious failure points. Rapid experimentation. Build 3 micro-experiments against the highest leverage hypothesis. Use cheap traffic, ads, or micro-influencers, and measure signal-to-noise over 48 to 72 hours. Model-guided triage. Feed the results to a simple model, even an automated spreadsheet with basic ML plugin that predicts scale viability. Decision gate. If predicted ARR meets thresholds, run a real pilot. If not, pivot. Repeat. This pipeline turns months of guesswork into a disciplined 7 to 14-day loop. No billionaire-exclusive tech required. Just the mindset to test, measure, and kill quickly. AI is not a magic wand, but for billionaires, it's the most efficient way to scale intelligence across deal flow, operations, talent, taxes, and impact. They don't just buy models, they build systems and cultures that squeeze value from data continuously. The good news? Many of these tactics are partly replicable at much smaller scale, and that's the real opportunity. If you learned something, hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to stop guessing and start systematizing. Comment below. Which AI tactic surprised you the most? Deal sourcing, synthetic testing, or algorithmic philanthropy? I'll pin the best answers and make a follow-up deep dive.